we are live again, Monday morning, another week, another time to start fresh and make new choices. So who is going to join me today? Let me see who's going to be first on, waiting to do their yoga. So I'll just talk to myself for a moment, although if you're watching this a bit later on, then I won't be talking to myself, will I? I'll be talking to you. I'm not talking to myself anymore, I'm talking to somebody. Brenda, good morning Brenda. Good morning Maddie. So nice of you to join me today. Excuse me, I have a little cough. Okay. Morning darling. Frida, yay! So nice to see all these same names coming up. I mean, it's nice to see new names, obviously, but to see you, the same names keep coming up. So I know that you'll keep coming back, you keep enjoying it, which is really, really good. So thank you for keep connecting with me. Good morning, Maddie. So I was happy yesterday. We had a lovely sunny weekend in Spain. Saturday afternoon, actually it was a little bit hot. And yesterday was good morning Ruth. So we are from everywhere at the moment. We are from Ireland, UK, Spain. Maddie, where are you at the moment? Okay, let's give a few minutes. So today, I'm going to keep it simples. So I've had a few comments back over the weekend. Some people really enjoyed Friday Flow. They thought it was the best one yet. Other people had a bit of a struggle getting through the whole class. Belgium, we are in Belgium as well. Yay! Okay, what's Brenda say? Is there anything you can suggest? I think I've pulled a muscle in my neck going into my shoulder blade using a hot water bottle. Okay, Brenda, I will message you later. Pop me a little message later and we'll have a chat. I think just gentle neck movements, Brenda, for sure. It's like nothing too serious. And just watch when you're practicing that you don't hold any tension in your shoulders and in your neck. Often when we practice yoga, we tend to hunch up if we're not used to it. So always bringing the shoulders down. Just some little gentle neck movements, Brenda. So one of my, I think it was day 2 yoga, we did all the joint movements. So maybe go back to our day 2 and do these little neck movements, just work nice and gently with it. It's always difficult to know whether you should be putting hot stuff on or cold stuff on. You know, if you've pulled a muscle, it's usually ice rather than heat. So if there's inflammation, then it's already hot, so you want to cool it down. So yeah, it's a bit like that, whether you should use warm or cold. So morning Katie. What? Claire's got no sound. Claire! She's got me. Okay, right. Okay. Hope you're feeling good today, Claire. Good morning, Katie. What are we doing today? Okay, so what time is it? It is 1 minute past 10. Okay. So we are going to start in just a second. So yeah, so Friday, I was saying Friday we had a flow. Some people messaged me, said they really enjoyed it, best one yet. Some people messaged me, said they struggled a little bit towards the end and they had to stop, and you know, that's fine. So trying to do slightly different levels as we go through. So some days will be a little bit less challenging, some days will be a little bit more challenging. The most important thing is that you listen to your body. Even if I was in a room with you, I don't know how you're feeling inside. So I'm not a teacher here. I'm kind of just showing you how to practice and hopefully how to practice safely. So you've got to be your own teacher. You've got to really listen to your body and notice how that's feeling. Morning, Michelle. So yeah, just join in the classes when you can. It doesn't matter if you can't keep up and you have to stop. Nobody can. I know when we're in a class with people feel like they need to carry on even though they really want to stop because they don't want to be seen to stopping. And I always say to people, please do, whenever you need to rest, just rest and join back in when you can, because it's not worth pushing your body through a barrier just to try and keep up. So, you know, that barrier is there for a reason. So just really listening to your body, understanding how it feels, let it open in its own time. Yoga practice is about being present. It's about feeling your breath. It's about understanding your body. It's not about trying to get into complicated postures or moving as fast as everybody else. So it's just about really being within yourself and having this time for you on your mat. So we've got 50. Bringing it back down today, keeping it simple with some breathing stretches, connecting the breath, connecting. Who's this? Jane found me. Okay, great. So connecting the breath with the body, knowing how we're feeling, and just doing some gentle things just to get us warmed up on this Monday morning. Sarah's just dropped on, so let's get our joints moving, let's get some breath into the body so you're all ready to work out with Sarah in an hour. So I'm going to come up onto the feet. And I'm going to take feet hip distance apart. So we did these earlier in the week last week, so we're just going to come over these again just to start the week off nice and fresh. So first of all, feeling your ground in your feet, so just watching your weight and either moving really forward into the toes or really back on the heels, just watching how the foot's placed, getting your balance, noticing left and right weight, where you're taking it, nice and even. Hands on the thigh. I want to use these first postures to really start to connect with the breath. So we're going to exhale completely and inhaling to lift the arms up over the head, just stretching it out. Exhaling, hands back to the thighs. Inhaling, lift and stretch. Exhaling, hands back to the thighs. Inhaling, lifting. So I want you to feel that it's your breath that's moving your body rather than you trying to control your breath with your movement. Just use your breath to control movement. So your breath inhales, lifts you up. Your exhale allows everything to soften and come back down. Your inhale lifts you, imagine that energy lifting you up to the sky. Your exhale brings you back down. Let's bring some movement into the ankles. As you lift the arms, lift those heels off the floor, come up onto the toes. Exhale, heels back down to the floor. Inhale, lift those heels, stretch through the body, through the fingertips. Exhale, come back down. So your balance might be a bit all over the place today. Lift up. Exhale. Tip here, keep some softness in your knees. So don't lock your knees as you come up. Little softness in your knees. Inhale, lift up. So working through the toes. You'll feel muscles in the ankles, the legs, around the knees, in the belly, in the bum. All of these muscles working just to keep you upright. And last time, bring it down, heels stay up, hands in front, palms together, inhale to close. So again, let the breath be the lead. Your inhale across the chest, exhaling, closing. Inhaling, shoulder blades together, chest is opening. Exhaling, closing. Now we don't need to bring the arms all the way back. We don't need to bring the arms right back here. Shoulder distance will do. Exhale to close. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Inhale to open. I know on camera, certainly from my view, it looks like I'm taking my arms past my shoulder distance. But I'm actually not, but I know from this direction it certainly looks to me like I am. So just coming up, shoulder line, exhale, close. Shoulders might be, it's just a simple movement. We've got no weights here. Just working with breath and movement. You even might feel some muscles down in your forearms start to activate and get a little bit warmer. Just notice that what we don't want to do, Brenda, particularly watch your neck. If you're starting to feel any tension in your neck, release those shoulders down, release those neck muscles. Last time. Interlock the fingers, bring them to the heart. And we're going to inhale, stretch them up to the sky so fingers are interlocked. Exhale back to the heart. Inhale, reach and stretch. Lift the rib cage up from the waist. Exhale back to the heart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale down. Inhale. Maybe you feel like taking a little back bend here. So as we inhale and lift, I'm bending my knees. I push the pelvis forward and up. Lift the belly button, lift the ribs, lift the chest. Exhale back to the heart. Inhale and pushing through the feet. Thighs forward. Pubic bone lifts. Rib cages high. Exhale to the heart. If you've got any tension in your neck, if it doesn't feel good on your neck to look up to the sky, just keep looking straight ahead. I actually prefer to keep my gaze facing forward. I still get that nice upper back bend. Remember, we're not dumping into the lower back. We're not bending from here. We're lengthening out of the lower back. We're bending from the upper back. Last one. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bring it down. Right arm, lift and stretch. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, lift. Now keep both feet down into the floor. As we come over to the left, don't let this right foot lift up. Keep that right foot firmly planted down into the floor. Belly is active, pelvic floor lifting, lower belly pulling in. We're using these muscles to protect the back. We're lengthening out of the waist, over to the side. And this arm, we're not bringing it in front of the face here because then we lose our side stretch. Keeping this arm right in line with the ear as we come over to the side. So it might be small little movement, or you might be able to come a little bit further. Last one. And bring it down. And left side, we lift it up. I always keep my hand here on my belly to remind me to breathe in, to keep my belly in. Inhale, lifting. Belly stays active as we exhale to come over. Inhaling. Exhaling, both feet firm onto the floor. Inhaling. Exhaling, feel this opening down the waist, the rib cage, to the shoulder. Lifting up out of the waist. Oh, feels good. Belly tight. It's really nice to open up through the side body. Feels really good. And over. Okay, going to make this last one reach to the sky. Exhale. Bring it back. And hands come down. Palms together. Let us flow. Inhaling down, out, up to the sky. Exhaling, soften those knees, push your bum away, bring it to the floor. Halfway up, shoulders back, spine is long. And exhale all the way over. Inhale all the way to the top, push through those feet, bring the hands together. Again, just keeping it simple today, just working breath and movement. Inhaling down, out and up. Exhaling to the floor, push the bum away, hands to the floor. Lengthen the spine, we're coming halfway up, shoulder blades are back. Exhale, we come all the way over. Inhale, push down into the feet, pull in the belly, strengthen through those legs. Exhale, back to the heart, showing you from the side. Inhale, down, out and up, big stretch. Exhale, I bend my knees, I push my bum away, see, flat back. Exhale over. Halfway up. Shoulder blades come back. Heart is forward, neck is long. Exhale all the way down. Inhale all the way up. Belly is strong, legs are strong. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, down, out and up. Exhale to the floor. Halfway up. Remember, let your breath be your guide all the way over. That inhale lifts you to the top. And the exhale brings the hands back to the heart. Inhale, lifts and extends. Exhale, we float to the floor. Halfway up, shoulders back. All the way over. And up. So just a nice, simple flow connecting breath and body. It's like moving meditation. And we're just allowing the body to open in its own time. There's no force. Reaching the floor is not important. We're just letting gravity do the work. And over, all the way up, push through the floor. And feel the back of the legs start to open. The muscles down the back. Last one, inhale, out and up. Exhale to the floor. Halfway up, shoulders back. And all the way over. And push through the feet all the way up to the top. Exhaling, hands together. And release. Okay, so just going to keep it simple today, but we are going to do some sun salutations and maybe just 2 rounds of Surya Namaskara because they work all the major muscles, they open up all the joints, they stimulate the circulation, the nervous system, your chakras. So you're going to come to face the short edge of your mat, so you've got plenty of space behind you. We did these quite a few times last week, so hopefully you get a little feel for them now, and hopefully each time it seems a little bit easier. Hands together, thumbs to the heart, shoulders are down. So you're not letting the arms come. Don't be floppy in your posture. Lengthen the spine, broaden the chest. Legs are strong. Exhaling completely. Inhaling, push through those feet. Lift from your ribs. Up into your chest, little back bend if it feels good. To the floor, push the bum away, hands all the way down towards the floor. Right foot, big step to the back of your mat. Right knee comes down and lengthens through the spine. Just remember this alignment cue here, knee and ankle in line. So if your knee is coming over your toes, just shuffle that back knee a little bit further away. So we've got nice line. Knee and ankle. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee off the floor. Left foot is going to step back to plank. Shoulders over wrists, belly is up, thighs are lifting, feel those thigh bones lift up, backs and knees lift, push into those heels, breathe. Remember, half plank is always available to you, but don't sink down into the lower back here. Keep those abdominals active. Okay, everybody, knees to the floor, bottom to the sky. Squeeze those elbows in as we lower the chest down to the floor. On your inhale, drop the hips, slide the chest forward, cobra. Remember, you don't have to come up so high. Your cobra might be nice and low down here. You're still working these back muscles. Tuck the toes, lift the bum. Downward dog. Pushing into those hands. Watch your rib cages not dropping down to the floor. Engage through the abdominal muscles. Lengthen the spine. Right leg. Then lift that right leg up. Hug that thigh up into the chest. Step that right foot to the top of the mat. I know, I'll wait for you. So you might be here. It's stuck. Take that foot, bring it forward. I think maybe one day we'll have that little workshop on sun salutations and those step throughs, so we can really refine these movements a little bit. Back toes tuck under, hip forward and forward fold. Inhaling, lift the eyes, lift the heart, come all the way to the top. Exhaling, hands down. You stay facing the same edge of your mat. I'm turning around just so you can see. The right side. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhaling, fold to the floor. Left leg stepping back to the back of the mat. Knees down, spine is long. And right foot to step back to plank. Knees to the floor, chest to the floor. Squeeze those elbows in. Neck stays long. Cobra, inhale. Lift the chest. Pubic bone down into the floor. Lengthen through the low spine. Downward dog. Tuck the toes. Lift the bum. We are down dog. Turn those triceps towards the floor. Shoulder blades widening through the back. Left foot lifted up. Squeeze it into the belly. We need to create height between the front. Abdominal muscles are working. And step that left foot to the top of your mat. Right knee comes down. Lengthen the spine. Lift through the crown of the head. And stepping it forward. Right foot. Bring it through. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, push through the feet. Come all the way to the top. Exhale, hands to the sides. I'm going to do one more each side. Inhale, palms together. Exhale. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Right leg to step back. Knee comes down. Neck is long. Left back to plank. Remember, half plank. On the floor, please do so. Don't be a hero. Listen to your body. Knees down, bum up, chest down. Inhaling, cobra. Remember, no need to lift the chin up high. Neck, extension of the spine. Keep it long. Downward dog. Tuck the toes. Lift the bum. And again, not downward dog. If you're tight around your hip flexors and hamstrings, you might need to keep your knees bent so you can lengthen through the spine. It's more about the spine than the legs. Getting to the heels to the floor is not important. We're lengthening, we're creating space between each vertebra. Right foot stepping all the way to the top of the mat. Left knee is down. You still with me? I hope so. You're breathing. Really important. Left foot to step forward and use this exhale to fold forward. Inhale, push through the feet, pull in the belly, come all the way to the top. Exhale, hands down to the sides. Yes, last one, inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the floor. Left foot to stack. Knee comes down, spine is long. And right foot to step back. Knees are down, chest is down, squeeze those elbows in. Cobra, drop the hips, peel the chest away from the floor. Downward dog, tuck the toes, lift the bum, lift the hips. Left foot to step to the top of your mat, right knee down. If you're not getting that step through, please do not get frustrated. It's practice, technique, and it's about what's going on in the hips. So sometimes it can take a few months or even a few years to get that step through. It took me a very, very long time. And I still kick this left leg out a little bit to the side when I step through, just because of the shape of this hip. So, you know, everybody's different, your body's different, left and right. Stepping it forward and fold forward. Inhaling, push into the feet, lift the heart, lift the chest, lift the arms. Exhale, hands down. Ah, feels nice. Okay, standing forward fold. So I'm going to turn to this side. Again, feet are, this time, a little bit wider. So the outside edges of the feet kind of level with the outside of the hips. And I can tell you now your feet are not your hips. If your feet think our hips are like out here. They're not. Bring them in. So nice in your feet. And take the hands to the hips and the knees. Folding from your hip crease. Push your bum away. Bring your spine forward. So chest is parallel to the floor. So see how much I'm bending in my knees here. If I had straight legs, I would start to round the back. See the difference here? So I'm going to bend my knees, lift my tailbone. You want to get your belly and your rib cage now onto your thighs. I'm just lifting my arms forward so that you can see what's happening here. Belly and rib cage down onto the thighs. Bend your knees as much as possible. If you need to bend down here to do that, that's fine. Because I want to see this nice long spine. And then we lift the bum. Space, no space between the thighs and the belly. So bend your knees as much as you need to really close this space between the thighs, the belly and the chest. So you're using your thighs as a little ledge to rest your belly and your rib cage on. I'm going to take hold of the lower legs. So fingers to the back of the ankles, thumbs in front, and the elbows are tucking into the outside edges of the knees. So from this direction, we're not doing this, we're bringing these elbows in. So your elbows are facing the back of your mat. Every inhale, we're going to see if we can lift that tailbone a little bit higher, create a little bit more length in the hamstrings. I'm really feeling this in my hamstrings all the way up here today. With your exhale, you bend your elbows deeper, trying to draw your chest a little bit closer to your thighs. Your inhale, you lengthen. Your exhale, you bend deeper. Few breaths. Bringing your hands all the way to the floor. Step those feet back so you can bring those knees down onto the floor. Take the bottom towards the heels. Stretch those arms out in front. Take a little child's pose. Neck is long. Feel the breath, nice long breaths. Walk the hands back towards the knees, lift the head, lift the chest, and bring those legs out in front. I don't like to be quiet for so long in case you think the screen's frozen and you've lost me, so talking quite a bit through it. So going to keep this right leg out straight. Toes are flexed, those toes lengthen through that leg. I'm going to sit up nice and tall. So you don't want to be on the back of your bum. You don't want this round spine. So if you need to, you can take a little cushion or a rolled up blanket. Sit on the edge. Lift the back of the pelvis there. So you want to feel nice and flat there. You don't want to feel like your bum's tucked under and this kind of action. Really important when we twist to have a really long spine. So right leg out, we're going to bring the left foot in and sit up nice and tall. Right arm wraps around that left shin and the right hand comes to the back. Now, if you have any recent abdominal surgery or you've got any abdominal issues, any hernias, or you are pregnant or you might be pregnant, we're going to take the left arm around that thigh and then right hand back, and we're going to twist away from the bent knee because we don't want to squash up the abdomen, we want to keep it nice and open, okay? So any of those issues, you're going to twist away from your bent knee. Okay? If we're all healthy inside and there's no babies being grown in there, we're going to lengthen that spine, right arm around. See my left hand here? It's really close to my body. Don't want to lean away because we end up slumping down into it. So bringing it nice and close, My fingers are cupped, so I push down into the fingers, lengthen up that spine. And exhale, I'm going to twist towards this bent knee. Because I'm healthy inside, there's no babies in there. Lengthen the spine. And belly, waist, ribs, chest. That right shoulder coming towards that left knee. Lengthen. And lastly, the head looks over the left shoulder. If it feels okay in the neck. If it doesn't feel good in your neck, just keep the neck neutral. So our right leg is active. Just because you can't see your right leg, that it's not involved in your posture. Remember, when we practice yoga, we involve the whole of the body in our posture. So those right toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. You've got nice muscle contraction up into the thigh. Every inhale, we see if we can lengthen a little bit more, creating space between the vertebrae. Every exhale, we see if we can twist a little bit deeper. And then we're going to release the head, the shoulders, the chest, all the way back to center. Release that left leg. And we're going to come the opposite direction. So we bend the right knee in. We lift the spine. And I'm going to take left arm around that right thigh, right hand to the back. So remember, any internal abdominal issues, you're turning away from that bent knee. Okay. Inhale, lift and lengthen, create lots of space. Imagine someone is lifting you up from the crown of your head. Exhale, we twist towards that thigh. So we move the belly. We bring the left side of the rib cage towards the thigh, that left shoulder. And we look over the right shoulder. We lengthen through the spine. We lift it nice and tall. We use our inhale to lengthen. We use the exhale to see if we can twist a little bit further. Few breaths. Remember, you're working with your own body. Listen to your body. Listen to your breath, relax the jaw. Twisting is so good for our immune system and for our general health. It helps to bring lots of blood and oxygen to our internal organs. Help them function better. Release the head, shoulders. Hope you can hear me while I was facing away from the camera. All the way down. Release those legs. Oh. And then we're going to move for our last one. It's a little bit of work here before we come down to our relaxation, before we finish off. I'm going to bring the feet to the floor, so mat, toes towards the edge of the mat, nice and tall. If you're sitting on a cushion now, you'll want to move that away. Bring the arms in front, shoulders back, and we're going to scoop the belly in this time. So we are going to round the spine, scoop that belly in. So really scoop, scoop, scoop. Going to come onto the back of the sit bones. And we're scooping in, scoop in. We're going to start to lower down towards the floor. And then you're going to find that place where your whole body starts to shake. So it's normally just before your shoulder blades hit the floor and you start to tremble. Bring your belly button all the way down towards your spine. You might feel a trembling through the belly, through the thighs. Chin is tucked in. Shoulders are down away from the ears. If you're trembling, just imagine it's just your body dancing with joy because it's so happy to be up and working. Excited. And breathe. Don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. And lower all the way down to the floor. Wow. Okay, just a little abdominal work there to finish off. So spine is nice and long. Knees are bent. I'm just going to rock the knees one side to the other. Just a few little rocks. We've already done our twist, so just to release anything in the hips here and the lower back. I want to know who collapsed to the floor in that last one. Really important to be zipped up from the pelvic floor all the way up to those upper abdominal muscles when we do this. Okay, and we finish off with our breath and relaxation. So, if you're feeling any tension in your lower back, keep the knees bent, let them drop in towards each other. Let the lower back release down towards the floor. If the lower back is feeling good, you can straighten in front. Hands can stay on the belly. Or we're breathing in and out through the nose. I want to take your whole awareness down to your abdomen, so this area below the belly button. And bringing your breath all the way down to your lower belly. Just letting your belly expand with each breath. So your inhale fills your belly up like a balloon. Your exhale, belly falling back towards the spine. Inhaling, belly expanding. Exhaling, belly falling back towards the spine. Inhaling, belly expanding. Exhaling, belly coming back towards the spine. Few breaths. The 30 minutes of yoga goes so quickly. You stay there for a few minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or maybe you want to finish right now. Maybe you've got things to do now and your 30 minutes is just enough. So, who was I hearing from? Beautiful Jane Potter was saying what a difference she's finding doing 30 minutes a day. And it makes a huge difference. It is better to do anything regularly and consistently than to do it once or twice for long periods. So it is much better to get 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes every day than to get 60 minutes, 45 minutes or 90 minutes once or twice a week. Effect. Regularly, consistently, and you really see a difference. I'm going to leave you there today. We're going to try and do something different every day like we did last week. So we'll be working on different body parts, standing postures, floor postures, maybe little twists. If there's anything particularly you really enjoyed from last week, let me know and we'll cover it again. Or anything that you don't understand. So if there's any postures that we've done that you're struggling with, you don't really understand the instructions I'm giving, please let me know. We'll look into them a little bit deeper. So look forward to hearing your comments. On a slightly different note, a beautiful friend of mine over in Australia is getting together with me to host a series of interviews about women in business and health and wellness. So she is actually interviewing me today in an hour and a half. It is going to be 12 o'clock midday, Spain time, 11 o'clock UK. So if you're still around and online at that time, just drop into my profile page. So not on my Yogalistic page, it's going to be on my profile, Dion Hughes. Today, I'm the beautiful Sarah Louise Pierce. So that will be after your session with Sarah. So thank you, Maddie, thank you, Michelle, thank you, Claire, thank you, Joan, thank you, Brenda, and everybody else that joined me for your yoga today. Let's finish with our gratitude. Hands behind the back, shoulders down, head and chest. Gratitude first and foremost to yourself, for all that you are, to your yoga practice, for creating some space in your body and space in your mind, and to someone or something that has made you smile this weekend. The beginning of last week I talked about a little gratitude journal. So after your class, just to write down your gratitudes in a little journal. And remind yourself about how blessed you are. A few blinks to open the eyes, lift the head, lift the chest. Bringing the hands together. Thank you so much. Take care, stay happy, stay healthy until tomorrow. Namaste. Thank you.